what's going on, guys? Paradox here, and today I'm doing a review on this famous show called Good Morning America, and where they talk about Fortnite and if it's bad for your children, if you're a parent. See ya.
Our GMA cover story, a parenting alert about a popular video game so many kids are playing.
That's right, Robin. Video games are facing some new scrutiny this morning. President Trump has announced he's meeting with video game executives next week to discuss violent content following the deadly Florida school shooting. This is a new game called Fortnite.
So Donald J. Trump, our president, is going to meet with Epic Games themselves and complain that this game is too violent and it's even though it's animated, he's doing this because of the Florida shooting, which I know is fair. But Fortnite came out in October, so it's not like Fortnite came out the day of the shooting and what Epic was like. They weren't like, okay, let's make a game based off this terrible tragedy that has just happened. It has nothing to do with it. It's just the only thing that's even close to being related is the shooting. For Epic just didn't do that. They had the idea back in 2011. They're not copying like the Florida attack at all.
Is drawing millions of players, and some parents are worrying their kids are spending way too much time at the controls.
It's the online game that has fans in a frenzy.
Okay, so that clip alone is what they're showing. Is literally minimum 5 years old. Come on.
Fortnite's objective? Players in the game's free Battle Royale version join teams and battle up to 100 others to be the last person standing. The multiplayer melee drawing comparisons to blockbuster franchise The Hunger Games.
I volunteer as tribute.
With millions of users, from kids to even celebrities like Chance the Rapper, Joe Jonas, and Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster caught up in the craze.
I'm at this party right now, and all I'm thinking about is Fortnite.
Over 40 million people in America play this game, so the crazy part is chances are you know somebody who's enjoying it.
And with the option for users to buy upgrades and bonus features, the company reportedly raking in big bucks off the game's big buzz.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were making hundreds upon hundreds of thousands on any given day. In fact, maybe even over 1 million.
For some parents, Fortnite's popularity is now a cause for concern.
I mean, I just love this game. It's great.
Amy Selling says her kids are so caught up in the game, she sometimes won't see them for hours after school.
They downloaded it around November, December. Around that time, I guess that's when they slowly started to disappear.
Last time I checked, children don't disappear when they push Let's Play Fortnite, or maybe she's just not home when they're playing, or when they get home from school, because then that's simply her fault, and she's just not.
She wrote
right.
about her experience in a blog titled How I Lost My Children to Fortnite. The post garnering big response from other parents across the country.
Everyone's sort of struggling with the same thing. How much time do we let our children actually play this where they're not fighting and they think they've had enough time and I'm not the bad guy?
And it's not only Fortnite. Just this year, in a controversial decision, the World Health Organization officially recognized gaming disorder as a mental health issue. The American Academy of Pediatrics advises parents to place consistent limits on screen time, making sure it doesn't take the place of adequate sleep, physical activity, and other behaviors essential to health. But for worried parents, Fortnite's social aspect may actually have a positive effect.
Guys, if you cannot handle your children playing a game, then say like take a week break and then we'll think about it. And then after that you can say like you can only play on the weekends or something like that, because I just don't care enough to hear about your problems. Okay, like I just don't. Okay, just stop.
The beauty of video games is they're moving from being solo experiences to more social experiences that invite people to come together and bond over a shared positive activity.
To further the discussion, let's bring in clinical and sports psychologist Dr. Jonathan Fader. And Jonathan, thank you for joining us. From a clinical perspective, what makes this game different than any other games that we've seen before, and how does it affect the brain?
Listen, when you mentioned Fortnite here in the studio, there were people high-fiving. I saw a bunch of teenagers in the studio high-fiving. This is a viral game. People are so into this game, and the thing that makes Fortnite so different is it's so interactive, Michael. I mean, people can play duo as a team and really interact over the video game. It affects our pleasure centers of the brain. That's what video games do, and this one is really intense.
Okay, so speaking specifically to Fortnite, how much playing time is too much time? Parents want to know, what limits do we set?
Well, the American Academy of Pediatrics says if your kid is 2 to 5, it should be an hour or less a day.
Hey guys, you learn something new every day. A 2-year-old apparently can keep interest in something for an hour straight. I don't think so, especially on a screen. No, thank you. No, I don't think
With teenagers, it's really about the context. How does the video game affect their activities? Does it prevent them from getting their schoolwork done? Does it prevent
This has nothing to do with like Fortnite itself. It's just like, look how bad this kid is. Like, he just died and he can't even shoot. Like, it's either his sensitivity's at like 0.0002 or he's never learned how to use a controller. Like, come on, he's pretty bad. I'd use a better player if I were reviewing Fortnite on kids like maybe me.
from doing other social activities? You know, Homer Simpson had a great quote. To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. So, you know, when you think about these video games, it's like, yeah, they give kids fun, but at the same time, let's moderate.
And is it hard as a parent to find that balance with your kids?
It's so hard. I mean, my kids play video games, and what I do is I play with them. I want to see what they're doing. I want to get in, and I mean, some of it is just fun, but I want to be there and understand how violent it is. And also, I want to help them limit it themselves.
It's a problem, too, because my kids use all of those devices for their schoolwork. And so, like, Mom, I'm doing schoolwork. So I always say you have to have a door open, and I have to hear, you can't have the headphones on, because if you hear that play happening, then you know. Because they're just behind the screen, like, I'm doing my essay, / they're doing Fortnite, right?
No question. It's great cover. It's a great undercover thing. And so when you tell a kid, hey, listen, just put it on airplane mode, they can't a lot of times. A lot of their schoolwork is interactive. A lot of times they're doing research on the web. So it's really harder to limit than it used to be.
So what are, if there are any benefits to playing video games?
Look, I mean, there are definitely benefits. The thing about Fortnite is it's a multiplayer game, and the thing that teenagers really enjoy about it is that you're actually talking to your friend while you're doing it. Now, so that's really one of the fun parts about it, and that's what sucks people in and says, hey, 5 more minutes, Mom, 10 more minutes, Mom, 3 hours more, you know, and you can spend your whole life down there in the family room playing. It's that interactive component. A lot of kids who aren't connected in sports or other settings really find a social scene in that, which is as a benefit, but in moderation, it can really get out of hand.
Yeah, moderation being the key.
And I like that. You play with your kids so you know what they're doing, and you can say, hey, it's time to cut it off.
Yeah, Michael, you play with your kids, and also you find other ways to limit it. What I say is, stop telling your kids, don't do this. Tell your kids, do this.
Guys, he's sponsored by Save the World, because he's like, okay, don't play Battle Royale, play Save the World. I don't think so. Okay, bro? No, it's not good.
Give them the other activities. Give them other things to do. If you're just telling your kids all day, stop doing that, it's just going to be a drag. Connect with them. Understand what they like about it.
All right, Dr. Fader, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being with you.
Okay, guys, so drop a like if you enjoyed that kind of style of Fortnite. I mean, not Fortnite, me reviewing a show or commentating over. If this video can get 4 likes, I will definitely continue this. Drop a like, subscribe, just be a nice person to me. And so, yeah, Penrose signing off. See ya.